Hi, boys and girls. It's Mrs. Quella. I'm here to read a story for you guys today called A Pocket for Corduroy. It's by Don Freeman. He wrote the words, he was the author, and he drew the pictures. And it's about our little corduroy is a bear. This story is for real or pretend, I wonder. Because do bears really wear clothes? No. Let's see what happens in our story. A pocket for corduroy. One late summer afternoon, Lisa and her mother took their laundry to the laundromat. And as always on such trips, Lisa got to carry around her bear, Corduroy. Did you have a stuffed animal that you took everywhere, anywhere? I know when I was a little girl, I had a stuffed animal that I took everywhere, and I named her Belle. And my daughter Hannah has her own little koala bear that she takes everywhere too. It makes you feel safe and have fun with them. So she's having fun sitting there waiting in the laundromat. It's really busy. It was a very busy place at that time of day. All those people trying to wash and dry their clothes. So now, Corduroy, you sit right here and wait for me, Lisa said. I'm going to help with our wash. Okay. Lisa's helping her mom. Corduroy waited patiently. Then he suddenly perked up one ear. He heard something. Lisa's mom was saying, "Be sure to take everything out of your pockets, Lisa dear. You don't want your precious things to get all wet and soapy." Pockets, said Corduroy to himself. I don't have pockets. So he slid off the chair. I must go find something to make a pocket out of. Uh-oh. Good choice or bad choice? He's not following the rules. Fuzzy Bee tells you to be safe. He's not being safe when he goes off the chair and he's going to leave. He decided to look around and investigate. First, he came to a pile of fancy towels and washcloths, but nothing was the right size or color for a pocket. Then he saw a huge sack of colorful clothes in a laundry bag. There ought to be something in there to make a pocket out of, he said. Uh-oh. Don't go in. He went inside to go search. He climbed in and it was filled of wet laundry. The dampness didn't bother Corduroy in the least. This must be a cave, he said. I've always wanted to live in a dark, cool cave. When the time came for Lisa to fetch her bear, he was gone. Oh, Mommy, she exclaimed, Corduroy isn't here where I left him. Oh, I'm sorry, dear, said her mother, but the laundromat will be closing soon and we have to get home. Oh, no. Poor Lisa's going to go home without her Corduroy bear. Lisa was reluctant to leave without Corduroy, but her mother insisted. You can come back tomorrow and check out. I'm sure he'll still be here somewhere. So as they left, the young man wearing an artist's beret was taking his wet laundry out of the bag. And the very bag that Corduroy discovered that he thought was the cave, remember? Before he knew it, Corduroy was being tossed in together with all the sheets and shorts and slacks and shirts into the wash. Uh-oh. And inside the dryer, but the artist was shutting the door and Corduroy tumbled out onto the floor. How in thunder did that bear get mixed up with all my things? He said. Poor Corduroy was damp all over. Damp is another word for wet. He was damp. At least I can do for him is give his overalls a good drying. That was very kind of this artist man that was drying his clothes. He helped Corduroy dry his clothes. He unbuttoned Corduroy's shoulder straps and put his overalls in the dryer. Corduroy grew dizzy as he watched the clothes spinning around and around, but the artist became inspired. He would make a wonderful painting, he said as he took a sketch pad out of his pocket and began drawing the swirling colors in the dryer. Finally, the dryer stopped whirling, and the man gathered up the clothes and helped Corduroy put on his warm, dry overalls. All at once, the manager of the laundromat called, "Closing time! Everybody out!" Corduroy was gently placed back on top of the washing machine. "I wonder who that bear belongs to," he said. "Seems to me he should have had his name someplace. He is too fine of a fellow to be lost." So if Corduroy had a pocket, he could put his name tag in the pocket. As soon as the lights turned off, Corduroy began his search again. He was surprised to see something white and glowing in the dark. Maybe it's snow. Do you think it's snow? He said excitedly, "I have always wanted to play in the snow." Not snow, boys and girls. That's a box of soap from the laundry. He accidentally tipped over the box and suddenly he was covered in soft, slippery snowflakes. No, soap flakes, silly Miss Quella. He has slipped and slid. Oh, what fun he had with a smile on his face. "I've always wanted to ski down a steep mountainside. He landed, paws first, into an empty cage. He'd peek through the bars. "I've never wanted to live in a cage like this. I'd feel like a bear in the zoo." But now Corduroy was drowsy, means he was getting sleepy, and he nodded off to rest and sleep in his cage. The next morning, when the manager came to open the door to the laundromat, there was Lisa waiting. "I left something here yesterday. May I take a look around?" she said. And he said, "Sure, certainly. My customers are always leaving things here." So let's see. She finds Corduroy. She looks on the chair. He's not there. Lisa searched under the chairs and in the washing machines. But then she heard the manager call her. "Is this what you were looking for, señorita?" "Oh, yes, that's my best friend," shouted Lisa as she came in running. She reached in and picked Corduroy right out of the basket. "It's time I took you home," she said. And off she went. She thanked the manager and ran out of the store and down the street, holding Corduroy tightly in her arms. "I thought I told you to wait for me on the chair. Why did you wander away?" "I went looking for a pocket," Corduroy said. "Oh, Corduroy, why didn't you tell me that you wanted a pocket?" Lisa was giving him an affectionate squeeze. She gave him a hug. That very morning, Lisa sewed a pocket on Corduroy's overalls. "And here is a card I made with your name on it for you to keep tucked inside. I've always wanted a purple pocket with my name on it," he said. And he and Lisa nuzzled noses. And that's the end of our story. And the adventure of Corduroy the bear at the laundromat. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.